Alright lads, so today we got some exciting news for our next set of resurrectable characters. Finally, it's time for 5th anniversary Byakuya and Ichigo to get their long-awaited upgrades. And in this video, we're going to be checking it out, seeing if they're actually good. What exactly did they get? Well, we're here to have a look at it. And as always, when a big banner like this gets resurrected, I always feel like nostalgic just thinking about the fact that these characters came out 4.5 years ago. What? That is so crazy, but one thing that's worth mentioning, albeit we might be a while off this, with them now getting resurrected, that does eventually open the door for them to get remade. Hopefully this year. I mean, the trend has been anniversary characters getting remakes every year. We recently just got Mugetsu last year. We're still right now kind of waiting for Full Hollow to get remade. So hopefully that happens sometime soon. So that means that next up we can eventually expect 5th anniversary Ichigo and Byakuya to get new remakes. New animations, new soul bombs, and like always, hopefully with their resurrection batch. These two are just fan favorites, so it's always nice to hopefully see them get good treatment, whether that's a resurrection or a new character. So first up, let's have a look at Byakuya, right? What exactly does it need to be good? Well, recently we just got round 14 of 1000 Your Blood resurrected, and in all honesty, I just kind of want them to get similar treatment. Their resurrection was good. Funny enough, both this Ichigo and Byakuya are very similar to Ichigo and Rukia, so if they get like the exact same skill upgrades, that's going to be really good. First and foremost, Soul Trait here for Byakuya, very good, 14% recharge. Best case scenario is 20% more strong attack damage at full stamina. They could, unfortunately, go down the route of giving us 60% more damage to enemies not affected by an ailment, and I think many people realized at this point, if they do actually do that, it's not that good of a soul trait, because usually what characters have when they want to do damage to enemies not affected by an ailment, one of the better examples would be Owetsu, is that he already has 140%, so an extra 16% damage on top of 140 isn't that big of an increase when compared to a whole new multiplier like 20% damage at full stamina. Since he can't inflict status damage, that's definitely the route they're going to go, or can go more so. It's either going to be a really good soul trait or damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. When it comes to the skills here, what are we working with? So Sprinter +1, Sharpshooter, Havoc, Frenzy, Bruiser, Bombardment, and also Berserker. I'm expecting Frenzy 2. I really am. That's what Ichigo got, 10 years later version. That's what I want to see with Byakuya. And I think with that, he's going to get 2 new skills and then an innate skill probably. So we have 3 new skills that we can get here on Byakuya. Some full stamina would be great. Any extra way to increase his damage is going to be good. I'm really not sure what else they could add. Weakened defense maybe? Maybe a different type of skill that we haven't seen in a while. I'm really not sure what extra multiplier they can add here. Maybe damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment in the actual kit. That'd be really good. He already has Havoc, so realistically the only thing we can ask for here is just more damage. That's what we want to see with this character's upgrades. So with that said, having a look at the resurrection, shout out to Molly Prim. So first up, wow. I'm having a look at the innate skill here. So he got strong attack recharge and strong attack damage plus 16%. That honestly is not bad. Although, at the same time, it's been a while since we've seen a character just get normal 16% strong attack damage. I would have preferred 20% more damage when at full stamina, very similar to what Ryukin got. That would have been better, but honestly, this isn't too bad. It's an overall good sword trait, especially with the idea that is a 14% recharge. He surprisingly, and that's a first, he got complete status immunity. That is kind of crazy for a resurrectable character. Alongside that, only at full stamina, he does get 30% more strong attack damage. His Berserker stayed the same. Frenzy +1 is the same, but he does get a 50% purity, so that's 50% more damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. In this case, he didn't get Frenzy +2 like I was hoping for, but nonetheless, he still did get quite a decent damage upgrade here. We're talking 50% more damage here, plus an extra 30%, and also an extra 60%, so that's quite a bit of extra damage multipliers that he now does have. Like I said, I feel like I would have preferred Frenzy 2. This is good. It would have been even crazy, though, if he actually got Frenzy 2 on top of all this. That would have been absolutely insane. But he also did get weakened defense, so that's nice. Is there any other skill that I'm missing here? And it potentially seems like he also got a 40% devastation, so I guess that's kind of nice that he has the 3 damage multipliers all the same. 40 Bruiser, Berserker, Devastation. On top of the fact that he has Bombardment +1 and also weakened defense, his Someone will actually hit a type harder now, so that's kind of decent. So in all honesty, I'm actually kind of liking this resurrection. It doesn't, of course, make him super broken, but this definitely makes him a lot more enjoyable. More damage is what you want, and he also got some nice utility effects with the complete status immunity. I'm curious to see how he is going to perform in guild quests. Would you want to take him into Guild Quest? I mean, you potentially could. I saw Molly Prim actually try out the Rukia 1000G Blood War one, the 10 years later one more so, in Guild Quest and actually beat all extra waves. That's one of the things I know a lot of people do praise about Brave Souls, that even though, you know, new characters are super broken, it doesn't mean old characters can't clear content. They're just going to clear it a bit slower. But Byakuya's got the crowd control, he's got the Vortex, and now I guess he also has the complete stats immunity, which is nice. The weakened defense is going to be good. I like this upgrade. Like always with any resurrection, if Caleb went crazy, it'd be insanely more hype, but this is a good resurrection nonetheless. I'm relatively impressed. I think the main thing with characters like this is just to hope that they become more fun and more enjoyable when playing with them. So in the case of Ichigo, I feel like Byakuya, you know, he could have got Frenzy 2. He could have got the Purity, the extra damage to enemies not affected by an ailment. They went down the second route. In Ichigo's case, I feel like he really needs to get a spiritual pressure boost. I don't think there's any situation that they can make better than just giving him the spiritual pressure boost. In his case, though, he has a lot more skills when compared to Byakuya. First up, though, when it comes to the soul trait, he is a 12% recharge, so I'm kind of curious to see what they would do here, because we just got Ryuken. Ryuken's a very powerful soul trait. Literally the best soul trait in the entire game. What Byakuya could have been, to be fair. I would love him to go down that route and also give him the same soul trait, but we have plenty of those links now. Not plenty, but a good amount. So I'm curious to see what they are going to do with this character. With Rukia, they also didn't give a really good soul trait, just damage to weaken. I feel like they might be doing that with Ichigo, but any strong attack damage, full stamina, I think would be welcoming at the very least. When it comes to his damage output, though, he has Berserker, Bruiser, Debilitator, Devastation, Frenzy, Havoc, Marauder, and also Sprinter +2. So in this case, you're going to pick up 4 new skills, 2 skills here, and then also 2 innate skills, which is also probably worth mentioning. I'm pretty sure this is good. Like, this is actually really good for what they did upgrade. They got like 10 skills and also 2 innate skills, which I think is new for premium characters, despite them being anniversary. It seems like they are getting similar, if not better treatment to how 1000G Blood War limited characters get. So in this case, 4 new skills. I would like to see full stamina damage, maybe damage to weaken, an increased status enchant, and also spiritual pressure boost. That's really all I could see or would want on a character like this. Will he get that? Well, let's find out. So first up, 12% recharge and also at full stamina, strong attack damage plus 20% only when at full stamina. That's another good soul trait. With that, he got complete status immunity. Okay. He got Innovator, so a better chance to inflict status ailments. And then scrolling down here, did he not get a spiritual pressure boost? Damage to weaken. Berserker, I believe, stayed the same. It stayed the same. And he got the weakened defense. Man, that sucks a bit for Ichigo, because he got the Innovator too. I thought, what did he get? Weakened defense? That's a shame. That's a bit disappointing, I will be honest. There's, again, no reason this character shouldn't have gotten a spiritual pressure boost. I'm looking over the skills again. Surely I didn't miss this. Yes, that's really unfortunate with this resurrection. They were so close to almost just being really good. I mean, one thing we can appreciate is the soul trait, of course, right? That's going to be good. And I really do like that these characters, despite being premium, yes, they are anniversary, but they still get premium characters, even anniversary, get lesser treatment when compared to 1000-Year Blood War. They got 10 skills and also 2 innate skills. I really like the idea that both Ichigo and Byakuya got complete status immunity. New characters nowadays don't even get that. The Innovator is a nice touch, and I like the damage to weaken, but I feel like it's just lacking damage here, right? I really feel like Ichigo should have been given a spiritual pressure boost. In exchange for weakened defense, the spiritual pressure boost would have been really good here. Because in terms of gameplay, what we are going to see is that he almost plays the exact same, minus the fact that he's doing a 20% more damage, 30% more when you do inflict weakening. The Innovator is going to help out. But again, like I said at the start, there's no situation where this is better than a spiritual pressure boost. Going back to Byakuya 2, again, good damage upgrades. I'm more impressed with Byakuya in all honesty. Link could have been a tad bit better, but it also could have been worse. But the damage upgrades Byakuya got, on top of getting Frenzy 2, is what I would have loved to have seen with this character's resurrection. So Byakuya's is pretty decent, was 1 skill away from actually being really good. Ichigo at the very least is a good soul trait, and was also again maybe 1 skill away from being a pretty decent resurrection, up there with round 14 Ichigo and also Rukia. In a perfect world, honestly, I would love for just Caleb to give them Frenzy 2 and a spiritual pressure boost. That would actually make them really hype. So it's kind of a weird situation right now, because like they did get good treatment in terms of amount of skills they did get, the complete status immunity, but they kind of dropped the ball on the skills they kind of gave them. I think the expectation was that these characters would have gotten skills very similar to Rukia and also Ichigo, and unfortunately they didn't, but they were so close, Caleb. What did we do wrong here? Now, with that said, with these 2 characters getting resurrected, we now at this point just have a bunch of Confio and World Banners that now also need to be resurrected. And like I said last time, with 1000-Year Blood War resurrections now done, we shouldn't be getting any more 1000-Year Blood War resurrections till like a year and a half, maybe 2. Because with round 14 being done, we're now in the period where we weren't getting any 1000-Year Blood War for like a year and a half. So hopefully Caleb can now go back to start focusing on Confio World, because again, at this point, Tokinada, Halibel, and Baragon are the last banners to get resurrected. In terms of with Ichigo and Byakuya, they were done today, and they will be getting resurrected on the 13th, because they're the oldest premium banner to get resurrected. It's been kind of the misconception, to a certain extent, that they were delayed. They weren't delayed, they just got resurrected in order. They weren't pushed forward more so. Because the expectation last year was that they would get resurrected during the anniversary, and that's only if Caleb decided to push them forwards. Instead, they didn't, and they just got resurrected when they were technically supposed to. So our next premium banner is going to be Kisuke, Yoruichi, and also Okura. Kisuke is still a pretty decent character. Even Yoruichi, they can get some good damage upgrades, maybe make them more usable in guild quests. Again, if we do start to get calm for your resurrections, which more often will happen at the end of the month, if they were to get resurrected, it will be Tokinada, Halibo, and also Baragon. And then in terms of the next seasonal banner, technically the next seasonal banner is the Orient Society, but likely what's going to happen next month for our next resurrection batch, it will be the Valentine's banner mid-February with Yoruichi, Nemu, and also Mashiro. So yeah, any of those 3 banners should be our next resurrection, either at the end of the month or most likely in the middle of next month. So there you have it, lads. That's the video for today, going over the new 5th anniversary character resurrections. Definitely not as insane as they could have been. Both of them were almost just 1 skill away from being really good. I think Byakuya should have been given Frenzy 2 on top of the damage bonuses that he did get. That would have been really good. And then same with Ichigo, spiritual pressure boost should have been the bare minimum. Kind of unfortunate the route they did go down, despite them also getting more skills than expected. I like some of the skills they did get, but they really, again, were just 1 skill away from being really good. Let me know what you think about them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.